Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Air signs, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Air signs, I hope that you're doing well. Just a quick little note. I just want you to keep yourself safe. I did have somebody impersonating me on TikTok. They stole my videos, they stole my picture, and changed the name and everything like that on their own page. Well, not their page. But I've since blocked them, but I wanted to point out that I have 3 links in my description box for my channel on YouTube. It's one link is for Buy Me a Coffee, which is my donation page and services page. So if you're interested in a private reading, that is the only place that you can sign up for one. The link to my Instagram, my official Instagram channel, and the link to my official TikTok channel. So I would love it if you would subscribe to those, but again, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. If you hear from anybody that's outside of anything that you're comfortable with, just block it. These readings on YouTube are free for you. You don't have to pay for anything. So I just want you to keep yourselves safe and really be on the lookout for people who are trying to swindle, right? It's very bad karma. It's also very, very lazy, right? Go make your own channel. So these readings have to do with animal symbolism and dreams. I recently had a really profound animal related dream, and I don't usually have any dreams about animals, and so I thought, Spirit, why did you show that to me? But it's because they wanted me to bring these particular messages to you. So I'm going to be using the Spirit of the Animal Oracle deck and the Light Seers Tarot for your tarot reading. It's going to be very, very colorful reading for you today, air signs. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Okay, beautiful. Cat. Independent, as air signs tend to be. Very, very independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. How outstanding is this? I'm a cat person, so I'm loving every minute of it. But the independence is what Spirit wants to focus on here. And now they're singing that Fleetwood Mac song, You Can Go Your Own Way. You Can Go Your Own Way. Very famous song. Actually, is that what the song is called? I don't know, but that's the chorus. It's so funny because usually when I use the word trailblazer, I tend to use it to describe fire signs. So I'm going to stick with that because I'm not I'm not necessarily feeling that word here right now, but because trailblazer suggests that all of these people then follow. I don't know that you necessarily care if people follow you. You're gonna just do your own thing, and if people choose to follow you, fantastic. But it's almost like what you decide to do is not so with the specific purpose of having people follow you, if that makes sense. Which is not to say you're not natural leaders, because air signs are leaders. Air signs are the strategists, the authority figures, the, you know, especially You know, I'm seeing King of Swords in my mind's eye right now, which is Gemini energy. Like strategist, the expert. There is intuition involved, though I don't know that air signs would refer to it as intuition. Intuition is deep knowing. Cats are very intuitive, though. The Spirit wants me to talk about that. The last couple of readings I've done for air signs, emotions have been kind of coming up a little bit. They're sprinkled in there a little bit more heavily. So I think the air signs as a collective are kind of going through this emotional rebirth of sorts, and kind of exploring the watery realms, if only just to dip their toe in, like the cat dip the toe in. Okay, I don't really like that. But it says the intuition is strong, so you could be really developing that. And you know what? Some of the best strategists, they're not just looking at hard facts, they're synthesizing those hard facts and consulting their own deep knowing to then use those facts to their advantage. So there's something to that right now. There could be something, it's almost as if cats are lurkers, though. They're a little bit of lurking energy. So in your dreams, I feel as though I just had this flash in my mind of you kind of lurking around in your dream space. Some lurking. Like you're not making it obvious in whatever scenario. I mean, because there's some dreams that I've had where I'm just screaming. Not screaming in fear, screaming in anger, and just like having to make my presence known. I don't feel like you're doing that in your dreams. I feel like you're observing. You're observing what is happening before, observing the end goal before pouncing, just like the cat. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. Just getting a general reading for animal messages, animal symbolism through your dreams. All 6 cards are down. That was fast. Fast. We start with the Empress in reverse. Number 3 of the major arcana. This is Libra and Taurus energy. The Empress is my favorite card in any tarot deck, and she's a divine feminine, and she talks about having the power of all 4 queens of the tarot. So being able to harness the energy of all of these masterful divine feminines, the ones who attract energy. She's the master attractor. She's also known as being very fertile, very creative, abundant, giving, loving, attractive in her personage, like physically attractive as well. There's this connection here, the moon and the earth, obviously, but you can see this line of connection between them. So the time that I'm reading this, there has been some significant moon or moon-related events towards the full moon, and also the second moon that's in our orbit, or whatever they're talking about. Which is insane if you think about it. This card is in reverse for you, though, air sign. So it kind of tells me, especially here, 6 of Pentacles, equal give and take. This talks to me about, there's a situation where whatever you've put out into the world, you haven't quite gotten back yet in the way that you desire. That boomerang hasn't quite reached you. And so you could be just anticipating it, expecting it, which Spirit wants me to highlight, not necessarily caution, but highlight to you, when we have expectation of something, and let's say it doesn't happen in the exact way that we expect it, then a vibration of disappointment can resonate and flow through us. It's not always helpful, right? Which is why the Empress would be in reverse. When the Empress is in the upright, her vibration is so strong and so confident that things just come towards her. Yes, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I'm so grateful, Spirit. In the reverse, it's not that you're not grateful, but it's just more like, Spirit, where is it? I was expecting this to arrive and it hasn't come yet. Where is it? Haven't I given enough? Haven't I put good things out into the world? I don't know if any of you are cat owners, but the thing about cats is that they are efficient with their energy. They don't do anything extra, which is not to say they won't leap and pounce at a moment's notice, but they're not going to leap and pounce at something that's 1,000 yards away. They're going to wait. They're going to observe until, sorry, I just have to stop for a moment because I'm feeling this kind of dull pain right, there's my ear right there. I feel this dull pain like right here in my head, like it's pressure. So there could be something, you could be experiencing that feeling right now. Yeah, talk about it and it's gone. So they are very efficient with their energy, which is kind of like what the Empress is. She's very efficient with her energy. She's not going to chase after anything. She allows it to come to her, which is not to say that she's not motivated, right? She's walking her path. She's doing her thing. But it's almost as if the more and more and more and more she expects something, the further and further and further away it will get. It's not with everything, but it's something in this particular reading that you've been wanting. And so perhaps it's better to be like the cat, to just allow flow to happen, right? Because now we're moving to the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. Flow. Allow energies to flow. And as things flow in, because there will be things that flow in, the Six of Pentacles is present. There will, maybe it's not the thing that you had your sights set on, but maybe it's something different. That's also abundant, but in a different form, in a different way. Allow it to come to you. Thank you. I was looking over here because I was expecting this, but then this arrived. So great. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Right? I receive. I surrender. I receive. I allow this beauty, this love, this friendship, this abundance. I allow it, Spirit. I allow it to come towards me. And when it comes towards me, I'm overflowing with that abundance. And then, Queen of Cups, I can put it back out into the world again in this beautiful system of abundance. Whereas I might not have had it, but then I do, and then I become the source of abundance. It's clarified by the Six of Cups. Looking back to the past with fondness, you could be seeing dogs as well, cats and dogs in your dreams. Old pets, as I see somebody walking by with a dog. He has an army shirt on. Oh, that's very significant to me personally. It's just I'm not a dog person, so I wish I could tell you what kind of dog it is. It's brown. I don't know what kind of dog it is. I'm sorry. But as I'm walking by, like, there are no dogs that have walked by, so the dog is walking by, so that's relevant to somebody. You could be seeing your old dog in your dreams, and that dog could be one of your spirit guides. Loyal companionship. Very loyal companionship. I feel as though this is inspirational. This feels like a lot of inspiration. It feels so loving. It feels so warm and inviting and cozy. Like I want to nestle in it. It's so comforting to me. So there could be something like maybe you saw an animal spirit in your dream and it was just so comforting to you. You don't have to question that, by the way. If you saw your passed away loved one, either who was an animal in life or a passed away loved one that was represented by an animal, it's just as relevant. Sorry, I think I just figured it out. I told you all that I had a dream about a horse. Did I tell you this in the beginning of the reading? Yes, I had a dream about an animal. I had a dream about a horse, and I never dream about horses. And in the dream, somebody was talking to me, and they were like, and the horse was in my old house, in my old front yard. And they said, you have to bring this horse home. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. So I walked up to the horse and I put my hand out, and I put my hand on the horse's like face, and the horse crouched down onto the ground so that I could get on its back and ride it. It like lowered itself so that I could ride it. And then my alarm went off. But I'm just now realizing, like, I have an uncle in spirit, and his name was Good Luck. He's a really wonderful person. That was like actually his name. We're Asian, so we have names like this, right? So sometimes good luck can be represented by a horseshoe. I'm just like, it's all hitting me. Thank you, Spirit. Sorry for that aside, but this is what happens, right? It's like I'm with my community, I'm with my friends, my online friends, as it were, my spiritual friends, talking to you about your loved ones, your passed away loved ones in your dreams. And my passed away loved one just made it clear to me. Sorry, it took me like 4 days to figure it out. But this is why I'm saying it feels like love. It feels so beautiful for you. It feels so comforting. And my uncle is one of my spirit guides from the beginning. Let me get a clarifier. Queen of Cups, Six of Cups. Eight of Wands in reverse. Eight of Wands is fast action and fast communication. It's almost like Spirit is telling you, slow it down. Slow everything down, air signs, so you can really absorb the message. Just like I had to. It's like I had to slow everything down and talk it out. Because I've been wondering about it all week. I'm like, what did that dream mean? It's so clearly it was significant, but like, what did it mean? So I can hear, I just heard emergency response vehicles. So anytime I hear those, it's like, listen up, emergency message needs to be delivered very clearly. It's this sense of like just really absorbing this beautiful energy, this feeling of comfort and love. If you are seeing something in your dream that makes you feel that, there might be this tendency when you wake up out of the dream and you feel so disappointed because it's over. Spirit is saying, no, don't let that, that was just the doorway opening to show you that your spirit guides are around, that your passed away loved ones are around, that they're with you all the time. Embrace that. Be comforted by their embrace. That's what I'm feeling really, really strongly. But it requires you to really slow down. And I think slow down the mind. And that can be sometimes a challenge for air signs, right? Because you're moving a mile a minute. And cats, right, their ears are always perked. They're always on the lookout. They're always on watch. But they don't expend too much energy unless they need to. They sleep 16 hours a day, which is tremendous if you think about it. Why are they always sleeping? Anyway, slow it down. We end the reading with the Page of Wands in the reverse and the World card. Page of Wands in the reverse and the World card. Major Arcana, number 21. The Page of Wands talks about these kind of bold leaps forward, but they're initial leaps. They're testing the waters. They're exploring, curious, taking action towards something, but it's in reverse. The World card in the Major Arcana talks about chapters closing and new chapters beginning. It's almost like there's a part of you that's trying to close out a cycle, but there could be some fear in that endeavor, right? Because there could be some really happy memories wrapped up in it. The Spirit just said you can have the best of both worlds. What does that mean? Very clearly, you can have the best of both worlds. You can say goodbye to one phase of your life. Okay, Spirit just gave it to me. Thank you. When my loved one passed away, there was a part of me that's just like sad, of course. I'm never going to see that person again. But then this was before my spiritual awakening too, a long time ago. When I started to pray more, I started to pray to him. He would show up. This was before I knew about synchronicities and any of this. He would show himself in circumstances or conversations or songs, especially songs, because he loved music so much. He loved Led Zeppelin, Tracy Chapman. These could be musicians that you like. He loved Alanis Morissette. He died in 1998. So this was like the music. I mean, Tracy Chapman was before that, but he listened to this music. So Alanis Morissette, he loved these musicians. And so there was one time I was going to visit him in the cemetery, and I was with my sister, and the song that came on the radio was a Tracy Chapman song as we were pulling into the cemetery. How do you explain something like that, you know? Like, I don't need to explain it anymore. And so there's something here. The Spirit is saying you can have the best of both worlds. You can say goodbye to one version of that soul and dare to say hello to their new version, the new version to you. Right? This is just the meat suit. Their soul is their soul is their soul. There's something to it. Justice, number 11 in the Major Arcana. Libra energy. Karmic balance, things coming into balance. Libra, you showed up in your own reading. Actually, these two cards are related because the Six of Pentacles is the Justice card in the Minor Arcana. So this theme of balance is really popping up for you right now, air signs. But it's not It's energetic. It's almost like something is happening in your dream state where it's not that somebody from the other side is like putting you to task. It's not about that. It's more just about the messages. It's like you have a lot of voicemails that need to get through. And they're really asking you to pause, to contemplate, but to allow them to come through. So this balance can come into play. It's like the scales are tipped right now between the spiritual world and this world, and you in this world and you in the spiritual world, right? Your soul and your body. And they need to come into balance. When you can access your soul space, the doors open up for you because you're speaking. There's a direct conduit between you and your higher self. And from that moment on, all the decisions you make are fueled by your higher consciousness. The doors open up for you. This is what I'm feeling right now. So that's your reading, air signs. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, air signs.